Hello and welcome. My name's Phil and today we're going to make a slash party cake. Sounds interesting. This could be good for birthday parties or even something a bit more creepy like maybe Halloween parties. It's quite an easy cake to make. We'll have a look at the ingredients in a minute, so let's just bake it. As I said, it's quite an easy cake to bake, so let's have a look at the ingredients we're going to need. So we've got self-raising flour, 300 grams of that. We've got light brown sugar, again 300 grams of that. We've got 180 millilitres of vegetable oil. We'll need some salt, some cocoa powder, some bicarbonate of soda, and also some baking powder as well. Vanilla extract. Some red food colouring, because we're going to make this a red velvet cake, 2 eggs, and also 300 millilitres of buttermilk. Right, we'll start off with the dry ingredients to start with. Let's move out of the way for a minute. So, with our sugar, we'll add that into the flour. Yeah, add a bit of a mix up. Now we're going to add 2 tablespoonfuls of cocoa powder. So we'll also add 2 teaspoonfuls of baking powder. And 1 teaspoonful of bicarbonate of soda. And the last thing to add to this is about half a teaspoonful of salt. And then we'll mix that all together as well. And that'll be our dry ingredients sorted out. Okay, so dry ingredients done. Let's take a look at the wet ingredients. Okay, so let's move that one out of the way. To start with, we'll put our buttermilk in the bowl. Okay, then we'll add our oil. Then we'll add our vanilla extract in, about 3 teaspoonfuls of that. So 1, 2, and 3. And put our red food colouring in there. Around about 25 millilitres, which I think is roughly what's left in this bottle, so we'll tip all that in there. This should look nice. And then we'll grab our eggs and put those in there as well. And then we'll mix it all together. Okay, and I'm going to just make a slight dip in the middle of that. And we'll add our wet mix to the dry mix. Then we'll mix this all together. cake mix is ready for baking now, but firstly I'm going to just put some butter around this tin to try and help stop the mixture from sticking. Should make it easier hopefully to get it out at the end of the cook. So we'll grab our cake mix and we'll pour that into the tin. So I've preheated the oven and I'm going to put the cake mix inside. So turn this down to gas marked 4, which is about 180 degrees centigrade. Okay, we'll leave that to bake for about 35-45 minutes or so, but keep checking it. Once it's baked, we'll bring it out from the oven and leave it to cool. Right, I think this is done. Yep, that's fine. Okay, we'll leave that to cool on the wire rack. Okay, so now that the cake has cooled down, we'll start preparing it ready to decorate it. Okay, so I want to cut this in half, so I've got a cake saw here. If you haven't got a cake saw, then a knife would do, or otherwise when you bake up, if you bake them into separate tins. There we go. Okay, so we're going to make a filling for the cake now. It's going to be a butter icing filling. So I've got 180 grams of icing sugar. I've gone for the sugar-free icing sugar. You may want to put a bit more in there if you like it a bit sweeter. We've got 100 grams of cream cheese to go in with it and 150 grams of butter. We've got some red food colouring and some strawberry flavouring. So let's mix this up. So let's put them aside. Firstly, we'll get the butter and the cream cheese, add those in together. Then we'll whisk all that up. Right, okay. Then we'll add icing sugar in. Do it about half at a time, I think, and we'll mix that up. So we'll add the strawberry flavouring in there. And some red food colouring. And we'll mix that up as well. Okay, so let's remove this top layer of the cake. Move that to one side. And then we'll get our cream filling put inside the cake. Right, and then let's get the other half of the cake and just place that on top there. So I'm going to put some marzipan over the cake to start with, so let's just soften this up a bit and then we'll roll that out. Once we've got the marzipan on there, then we'll put the fondant icing on top. Okay, I think that should do. Okay, so I'm just going to put some jam over the cake to help the marzipan stick to it. This is a pumpkin jam, but again, you can use any jam you wish. Okay, so then we'll get our marzipan. And just layer that over the top of the cake. Okay. Just push it into place. And then we'll cut off the excess. Okay, so we've got some white fondant icing now. We'll roll this out and place this on top of the cake. Just soften it up a little bit first. Okay, that should do. So this will bring this over on the rolling pin, and then we'll bring the cake in and place it on top of the cake. Good, and then we'll push that down into position as well. Push it all in tight to the plate. And then we'll trim up the ends. Okay, so that looks good, but this is a slash cake, so we want to make some score lines across it as if some claws have gone across. So dig that out a little bit more. So. Don't have to be too precise with this because it is supposed to be like jagged claws that have gone across this. Okay. That should do, and now we'll colour them in. Okay, so I've got some red food colouring I'm going to just put in these cut marks. Okay, and so just let some of that run down there. Okay, that's my take on a slash party cake. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have enjoyed it, please give a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more of these videos, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.